Welcome everybody to my video, Monday the 12th of November 2018, and as promised to you, I'm going to attempt to make a video showing the road closures. Please note I am not a car driver, so I do hope I actually do this in an understandable way. The first thing I'd like to show is that all through these roadworks the trams will still run, so it's possible to catch a tram. They are unaffected. Yes, it is the first morning of these closures, so I have only just seen it on my arrival in town, so I'm going to have to find my way around like everybody else. Thank you for viewing. That's on its way to Stargate, so as I said, the trams are unaffected. Now first of all, I'd like to show fully where I am. You can probably guess where I am. If I pan immediately to my left, you will see the wedding chapel. There's the wedding chapel, and if I slowly pan round back, being careful to cross the tram lines, panning up, and there's the famous Blackpool Tower. Panning back again, and I will show you the necessary signs. Now, tram cars only, no vehicles permitted on the tramway. And here we are, road closed, emergency vehicles only. That pertains to the seafront. Panning back now, and we can hopefully see a car coming up. Yes, there's a car coming up now, and it's going to turn to its right. And that's where all the traffic will have to go. You may have noticed the vehicle just passed me. I wasn't able to catch it, I wasn't quick enough, but it was in fact, just to clarify something, that was a white van of Blackpool Council. The public cannot go down here. Right, I'm going to close the camcorder up and venture along the road somewhere else. Welcome back. I've just walked 40 or 50 paces and I'll show you where we are now. Shenanigans Bar over there, and we come to a cage that was erected yesterday to prevent cars entering while they carry on, while the engineers have this 3 months work in front of them. This is here for 3 months plus. There is an information sign here that I hope to show. Town centre shops open as usual, and it's funny the camcorder won't pick this up. I wonder why that is. I've showed it in the last couple of videos anyway. 11th of November for 13 weeks. That's when this work is taking place. I'm going to walk you round this new area, this new cage. This is to connect the tram lines from Talbot Road to the promenade. There's a huge area of Talbot Road having to be closed up for this. I'm just very quickly just going to pan round to my left so as everybody is aware of where we are. There we are, there's the North Pier, and panning back to this enormous cage which has had to be made. It's a cracking morning here. There's a slight wind, but for the 12th of November it is really a marvellous morning. It really is. One of the joys of living in Blackpool, the weather. It seems to have its own climate. Work in progress here, which it will be for 3 months plus. Obviously to myself as well. Now look at this. Now look what's happened here. Now look what's happened here. We have this huge cage here, and if I pan round, there is another cage been made here. Now this has been made solely, I believe, if I can just walk backwards, this is an area where one can walk from one side of the road to the other. So I just pan back. Here we are, we're on the side of the North Pier, and the engineers have made this area here for us to be able to walk across to the start of Talbot Road. Just panning back now to see all the work. Look at all of this, look. This was all done over the weekend. This was all done over the weekend, virtually today, this morning in fact. There's a sign here. Now what does that say? We'll have a look, shall we? Footpath ahead closed for promenade and town centre, please use opposite footway. Now that's where we've just come from, you see. One would have to walk back that way, and we can see one of the lorries taking away tons of concrete. What I'm going to do now is to close the camcorder, and I'm going to walk towards and past the Metropole Hotel, because I want to find out where the roadworks start, where the roadworks start to divert the traffic. I'll see you there. Welcome back again, and we are now at the rear of the Metropole Hotel. I have to show this to make it clear of where I am and the diversions which are now in place. So we now proceed to the road. Just have to be careful, the tram lines. This is a very important part, I believe, of what I hope to show. If I pan up, there's a very nice gift shop here, Springfield's Gift Superstore. Now this is where you will be diverted if you come into Blackpool. Panning back, you can see the build up of the cars now. I'm going to just walk in front of here, and here are the important signs which you will see if you are a car driver. Road closed. For West Street car park, follow diversion. Now I don't drive, as I said. This is a bit confusing to myself. Access up to Metropole Hotel only. Road closed. Now I will have to let car drivers work that out for themselves, because I'm not certain if you can go up that part. There we are. I'm going to pan further up. Well, there's one car just past me, and he's obviously going to go to the Metropole Hotel, so it must be okay to go there if you're in the Metropole Hotel. I don't know. I don't claim to actually know. Please forgive me. You'll have to forgive me on this one. Going to pan back now, and as I said, the key of it is this. It's called Springfield Road. I'm going to close this up now and walk to the top. Now I'm about 30 or 40 paces into Springfield Road, and I'm going to pan round to show you where we are. There we are. And if I pan back, that's the road that leads directly to the Winter Gardens. So we're in Springfield Road, and that is connected to the road that runs right the way down from the Winter Gardens. As you can see, traffic can still go down here from both directions. I'm going to pan back now, and we find ourselves now at the new road exit from the town, Springfield Road. Now, as you can see in front of you, it is very, very heavily congested. It really is. I've spoken to a couple of Blackpool transport drivers who are doing a really remarkable job, because nearly every day they get told of where to go and where not to go. They do a marvellous job. They have already told me that this area here, which takes you from the seafront, is very, very heavily congested. I'm still in Springfield Road, obviously, one of the many roads that I'm not familiar with. It's a very, very short road that leads you up away from the promenade. Keeping the camcorder going so everybody can see what's happening. There's a number 1 bus that's going to Freeport Fleetwood. And now we are at the top of Springfield Road, and if I pan up, you will see the very well known area of Funny Girls, and if I can show you, just 50 yards up there is Blackpool North train station. Now obviously that is one road that you can actually drive up. You can of course drive up roads closer, further away from the town centre, but look what's happening. The congestion is quite bad. This is Monday morning, 11:30ish, and it looks like it's going to be very, very heavily congested. It really does. There's more signs up there. One has to be extremely careful now if one is on foot. Cars swing around at you from all directions. I'm going to see if I can show you those signs over there. No, I'm not going to try to get over there. There's too much congestion and I don't want to appear to be a nuisance to anybody. So I'll quickly show you where we are. We've walked up Springfield Road and there's Funny Girls there. And as I said, obviously you can try to get to this area from further away from the town, but this is what you're going to meet with. You're going to meet people thinking the same thing, and it looks quite severe to me. I'm sure the planners have done everything possible, but with all this traffic, there's a number 4 bus and a number 3 bus all going to Cleveland's. I'm going to close the camcorder up for a couple of minutes. Look what's happening. This is the next road down, and all the buses, bless them, they're trying to get out along with the car drivers and van drivers. It looks very, very heavily congested, it really does. And at the cost of repeating myself, if anybody is on foot within this area, you have to be extremely careful. You really, really do. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now, I'm going to pan across now, and you see the Wilco building. So the key areas really are Springfield Road, Funny Girls and Wilco. And we are now approaching Topping Street and Talbot Road junction here. There's Mark Kelly's to my right. I'm going now to try to get across there we are. I think I can make it in front of this bus. There we are. Pan back now. Just panning back further, and we will get to the junction of Topping Street and Talbot Road. And here we are outside Wilco. I will just mention that the bus stop up here is not affected. All the buses that have been running from here, are still running from here to and from the town. Now, I thank everybody for finding this video, and I do hope I have not confused anybody. I hope I have not confused any car driver or anybody on foot. But it looks like it will be very severe for the next 3 months plus. Hastily add, all the shops are all open. Of course they are. Of course the shops are open. Now I'm going to close the video down, thanking everybody who watches all my videos, and at the cost of repeating myself again, I do really hope that I have not confused anybody. I promised to make this if the weather was okay, and it's a brilliant morning. So there's the video, and I'm off home now to upload it to YouTube. Thank you to everybody once again. Thank you. Bye bye.